আমি প্রবেশ, আর আপনারা দেখছেন বংভয়েজ প্রাইম।
নমস্কার বন্ধুরা, ওয়েলকাম টু আওয়ার চ্যানেল বংভয়েজ প্রাইম। ওয়ান্ডারলাস্টে আজকে আপনারা দেখছেন কলকাতা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যাল 30th।
আজকে আমরা চলে এসেছি নন্দনে। দেখতে দেখতে 3 দিন হয়ে গেল নন্দনে চলছে 30তম আন্তর্জাতিক চলচ্চিত্র উৎসব। বিভিন্ন জায়গাতে তাদের প্রদর্শনী হয়। আর রয়েছি আমরা নন্দনে। তো আজকে আপনাদেরকে দেখাবো বিদ্যা বাংলাদেশ কিছু সাক্ষাৎকার, যেটা দেশ মঞ্চে হয়। আমার সঙ্গে ছিল সঞ্জয় দাকে আপনারা চেনেন। আর এখানের পরে কিছুটা দেখাবো, ঘুরিয়ে দেখাবো, আর কীভাবে এইবারের ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যালটা হলো। কোনো ফিল্ম যদি আমি দেখি, এখনও পর্যন্ত দেখা হয়নি, যদি দেখি তার ডেফিনেটলি রিভিউ করবো। আর আমাদের সঙ্গে রয়েছে বিএফসির কো ফাউন্ডার বা বলা যেতে পারে অন্যতার সঙ্গে বিএফসিতে গিয়ে দেখতে থাকবেন। আর দেখতে থাকতে লাইক শেয়ার সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে বলবেন।
তিন দিন হয়ে গেল কলকাতা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যাল 30th কলকাতা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যাল, যেটা নন্দন এবং কলকাতার আরও বিভিন্ন ফিল্ম ফেস্টিভ্যাল হচ্ছে। আজকে আমরা এসেছি এক্সক্লুসিভলি বিদ্যা ব্যানার্জির একটা সাক্ষাৎকার, যেটা আপনাদের সামনে আমরা তুলে ধরবো সেটা দেখাতে, এবং আপনারা দেখতে থাকুন। অবভিয়াসলি এটাকে লাইক, শেয়ার এবং সাবস্ক্রাইব।
খুব ডিসিপ্লিন আমরা জীবনে করতে পারি। এরকম পরিষ্কার পরিচ্ছন্নতার কাজ এটা মনে হতে বেশি
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a session, very special session in memory of Gautam Haldar and Onu Mukhopadhyay. So we are so proud and happy that Vidya Balan is with us, and she will interact with Sangeeta Datta about her film and other things and its memory of this particular film, Halotepo. So I call Vidya Balan. And Sangeeta, please.
We want to felicitate also chairman of the
No.
Kolkata Film Festival.
Thank you very much.
Could you please make sure that your phones are on silent? It's very disturbing otherwise. Please, there are some house rules, go by them. So welcome Vidya, you just arrived today.
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon, namaskar to everyone here. Before I say anything, I just want to say that it feels wonderful to be here. I remember 20 years ago, on the 25th of December, Bhaluti was released. And I can't believe it's been 20 years. As a matter of fact, just trivia, this is a sari gifted to me by Gautam Da and Choiti Bodhi, and I wore it for the premiere of Bhalutheko, and I'm wearing it again today. It is my
I think it just shows how thoughtful Vidya is as a human being. And I think when we are talking about a person's career, which we will be doing just now, it's also about the growth of an artist, it's about the growth of a person as a human being. A little known secret here maybe, Vidya was my student at St. Xavier's College in Bombay many, many years ago. A girl with spectacles, rather sober looking, who also came home when my son was born to see the baby. So it's, again, a large number of years have gone through, but it's such a delight to be sitting here with you. Since we've spoken about Gautam Da, and of course he looms large today in our presence, maybe we should reverse the order of some questions and start with that film.
Yes, Bhalutheko, absolutely.
And while you were in college, you were already doing modeling, you were doing advertisements, commercial films, and then you were trying to make feature films. And there was that whole journey through Malayalam films, which didn't happen, Tamil films, which didn't happen, and then this script came to you from Gautam Da. So tell us about that.
I was actually here to do an ad film with Pradeep Sarkar, who we all fondly call Dada. And there was a production manager, Dinesh Raut, who actually saw me in the ad film. And Gautam Da was casting Bhalutheko at that time. So he suggested my name to Gautam Da. And unfortunately, Dinesh Raut is also not amongst us anymore. So I'm sorry, but today is bringing back lots of memories for me. Of course, fond memories, but it also tugs at my heart. I will forever be grateful to Dinesh Raut. Because I said, okay, that's really not important. But he narrated the story to me in gist, and then he emailed me the script. As a matter of fact, I just checked, it's still in my inbox. So I read the script and I was thrilled. I was getting to do a movie in the land of Ray. Yeah. And for me, that was such a big thing. And I read the script and I spoke to him and I said, okay, I'm doing the film. And the next thing is I came here with my mother for the shoot and met Gautam Da and Bodhi and Rai, who was very, very little at that time, their daughter. And it just felt like they invited me and my mum home. And I have to tell you that today I understand a lot of Bengali. Today I speak a smattering of it. But Gautam Da narrated to me in Bengali and I understood the story completely. I don't know how. It was just the feeling with which he narrated it. There were a couple of words in between that I didn't understand, and I stopped him and I asked him, what does this mean? What does that mean? But he narrated it to me and I could see, he was just, there was something, he just needed to tell this story, and I think that the love I saw in Gautam Da through the years after that, is what I experienced in that first narration with him. His love for Anundi, the character, his love for all the characters, the story, which is why probably it spoke to me even though I didn't completely understand the language. And then, you know, before we knew it, we were shooting. It was, my first scene was with Soumitra Chatterjee, who's also no longer amongst us. So, I was like, oh my God, you know, my very first scene, I had to say Jatha Moshai, and firstly the pronunciation I couldn't get. So I remember he said you can say Jethu, but I still worked on the pronunciation. I got it, and it was a lovely experience. We shot for about 15 to 18 days, that's all. We started on the 18th of May and we were done on the 3rd of June, if I'm not mistaken.
But you've had an affinity with Bengal or Bengali-ness. Somewhere in one of your interviews you've said, I think, was I Bengali? Or your
Not one
said,
of my interviews. I think I've said it forever. Ami mon theke Bangali. I don't know how that's happened. And Bengal has given me so much. They, you know, you all have welcomed me with open arms, and I think I was bristling from the hurt I felt, from all the rejection I felt down south. And then this film happened, and it happened so beautifully, so effortlessly, that I was like, and you know, just I think Bengal equals love. I really feel every time I don't come to Kolkata for a few months at a stretch, I feel a yearning. And my mother says, you know, you've never lived there, why do you feel like that? I have no explanation for it. But I think because I yearn this love, I need my regular dose of it from time to time. And I will forever be grateful to Bengal for that love, which is what I think keeps bringing me back here. But I have to say that I've loved Bengali cinema. I love the Bengali culture, the language. Yeah. So I've picked it up over the years. Because, you know, I'd gone through a lot of rejections by then. But he stayed true to his word and he cast me in the film. But that film, somehow when he found Vinod Chopra as producer, I think in some conversation Vinod Chopra told him, you know, why aren't you making a Bengali classic, something that comes from here for you? And he said, Purinita. And that's how it started. And so Dada kept telling me that I am going to be Lolita. But then Vinod Chopra said, मैं इसके पैसे कैसे लगाऊं? ये चेंबूर की लड़की, you know, इतने सारे पैसे मैं इस पे कैसे लगाऊं? So I went through a whole lot of auditions, video tests, not 40 and all, those are rubbish figures because, you know, online, a lot of people have said 17 makeup tests, 40, that's not true at all. But we did do a lot of auditioning for that, and finally, that's how I bagged the film. But again, Dada had faith in me at a time when I didn't have faith in myself, so I have too many Bengalis to thank in one lifetime.
Including the half Bengali set.
Yes, that's true. My first co-star. And I remember meeting Sharmila ji. She had come to our shoot when we were shooting Piyu Bole. And oh my God, it was like all my, literally like, my Bengali cinema dreams were coming true. You know, I was playing Lolita in Purinita. How can it get any better than a Sarat Chandra Chatterjee novel, you know? And then there was Saif, there was Dada, it was just magical. Shooting in Kolkata, shooting in all the places that stay etched in my heart forever. You know, even today when I pass by, I feel like, yeah, shooting here. Because after that, I also shot many films here. After Purinita, there was Kahani, there was Kahani 2, there was Teen, there was Begum Jaan. So I've just shot a lot here. And lots of ad films.
By the time you came to Kahani, I think the entire process when Shuja was writing his script, he was sharing scenes with you. Yeah. So you were very organically part of the
yes.
prep for it.
Yes, I was. I don't think I had a choice because Shujoy shared a one line with me, And I loved it, and I said, okay, write the script. So every time he wrote something, he'd come and bounce it off me. And it was great for me because I think therefore I felt familiar with Vidya Bachi from the very start. And I would just respond to scenes, you know, to whatever was being read out to me, and then he'd take that further, you know. So I feel like I've been part of the writing of every scene, though I have no hand in the script. But I've been part of the process.
I think that showed in the film as well, no? It was
Yeah.
so organic.
Yeah, and you know, because
part of
film
it.
is a collaborative medium. It was such a fantastic process for me to actually see someone write a script from scratch, and a brilliant mind like Shujoy. You know, so it was like, and that too a thriller, right? So it's a completely different, the red herrings, it was fantastic.
So what's your method as an actor? You've done a wide spectrum of roles. I know you look for characters who are flawed characters, not perfection characters. So what's your prep when you get a role that you're going to sink your teeth into?
I read the script quite a few times. And more important than reading it by myself, I sit with the director. Because I like to know how he or she is looking at it. You know, because it's finally the director's vision that we are living out on screen. So that's very important for me. To know the character, to know the character's world. To just, I think that process is very precious. And if there is, of course, any skill that requires to be learned or acquired for that film, then there's that prep also. But otherwise, it's largely with the director.
Planning to become an actor, or when you set your mind on that goal, because you're not trained.
Yeah, I'm
as
not
an
at all
actor.
trained. I think there were quite a few. I think I've been Eklavya to many, to a lot of actors and directors whose work I've watched, and you know, that has moved me. But I think Madhuri Dixit ignited that desire in me to be an actor, and Shabana Azmi was the kind of actor I wanted to be, and equally Sridevi was that kind of actor that I wanted to be. So it was like, I always felt like, why can't there be, you know, a Shabana and a Sridevi
Together.
Yeah, all films of all actors. But there are performances of these actors that have impacted me deeply.
Right.
Yeah.
That's incredible. But also with we've just spoken about Madhuri, so let's bring it to BongVoyage 3.
Yeah.
And that's on record the biggest grosser in your career.
Yes.
You've had wonderful commercial films. In fact, with Vidya, I think what's really, really exceptional is the fact that she's done female-led roles. She's pioneered that whole journey of female-led roles, but which also speak in numbers, which have also been commercially viable. So that's a fantastic space that you inhabit.
Thank you.
So with BongVoyage 3, what made you say yes to the film? What did you feel when you had to do that dance sequence, which has been so viral and so watched?
You know, when BongVoyage 2 was offered to me, I was a bit skeptical because BongVoyage has given me a lot. So I was like, I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to taint it in any way. But then I think something in me changed. I think we all learn and grow and evolve and watch and feel differently. And I felt like I want to do a fun film, you know, and that's when BongVoyage 3 got offered to me. And I felt it was a very well-written script. You know, it was an entertaining script on paper. And I knew that with Anis Bazmi, it would only go a few notches higher. I hadn't done this kind of film in a long time, you know, so I was itching to do it. And then they told me that initially the song was going to be picturized on me because it originally has me in the film. So I was like, fine. Anyway, I knew I would have to work hard because it's dancing, and dancing I don't regard as one of my fortes. So I knew I'd have to work hard. Then Madhuri ma'am said yes to doing the film. And I had a feeling that now they're going to tell me, you know, obviously you'd want to max it if you have Madhuri Dixit in the film. And they told me, they said, we were thinking, why don't we have a dance-off between you and me, you and her? And I was like, I was initially nervous, but I also thought to myself that, you know, I've danced in front of the mirror to Ek Do Teen for I don't know how many times as a kid. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be able to share screen space with her in a dance. And I thought that, you know, I'll do my best. I don't know about matching up to her and all that. My attempt was not even that, honestly. I just wanted to enjoy the process, this opportunity, because it's such an honor for me. And I'm glad.
Phrases. It's been decades after which this Amiji Tomar with the love sign or whatever it is.
And
So
people
much
come
fun.
and randomly tell me, Ami Monjulika. Look at it, even one of my most popular characters, Monjulika, is a Bengali.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm telling you, there is a connection. Somehow or the other, I find a Bengali connection. In various body shapes and, you know, in my various body stages. And this is also one stage, and who knows, it might, you know, this can also change, right? Nothing is permanent. But I feel so happy that that never pulled me back from owning myself, from living my dream, and from being who I am. And I think for that, I can only give gratitude to my parents for the way they've brought us up, you know, to be unapologetic. Both my sister and me, Priya and me, have always been unapologetically ourselves. And today, I can, you know, I have the awareness to say that, yeah, it is thanks to them. You know, really, they gave us the wings to fly. Yeah, and said some days you'll feel heavier, so you may fly lower. The other days you'll soar, but every day is a good day. A Bengali director duo, their names are Nomita and Shubir. They made a lot, you know, a lot of the definitive ad films that we watched on TV. And I was doing an ad film with them, and I remember there was a moment, I was 19 and I had to play mother to an 8-year-old, so I couldn't get the feeling, you know. And I remember Shubir telling me that, you know, you don't have to go through everything that you have to portray on screen. So you have to just live life by observing, by reading, by listening to music, by watching theatre and cinema and just interacting, being present in the moment. And as a matter of fact, they were the first people to tell me that I look like Madhavi Mukherjee. So just that's by the by, but I think just living life fully, to be present every moment, is the only thing that can really help. I know I'm not a trained actor. There might be people who tell you that you should get training, you should go to, you know, one of these acting institutes. I don't believe that's necessary.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. ये भी मैंने किया है. हालांकि मुझे वो थोड़ा कठिन लगता है, पर मैं कोशिश करती हूँ. कन्नड़ा, तेलुगु, तमिल, मलयालम, पंजाबी, गुजराती, मराठी, बंगाली, हिंदी, इंग्लिश, हर भाषा में मैं डब करती हूँ.
लेकिन अभी तक असमिया में मौका नहीं.
हाँ?
असमिया में मौका नहीं मिला आपको अभी तक.
फिल्म में मौका नहीं मिला. हाँ.
Asked to close because schedule after this. On this note, can we all put our hands together? Thank you, Vidya. Thank you. Wishing you all.
I think we should start right away. Let's ask Vidya to speak a few words about her association with Gautam Haldar and her memories of Bhalo Theko.
I actually love how passionate the Bengali audience and Bengali media is. So thank you for showing me a whiff of that again today. My Bangladesh storm machine जैसे होता है शूट्स पे, तो storm machine उन्होंने मंगवाया, पर मैं आपको बताऊं कि स्टॉर्म मशीन चालू करने की हमें ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ी. There was a real storm in Falta that night. और हमको एक बहुत नेचुरल शॉट मिला. तो वो मुझे हमेशा मैजिक ऑफ सिनेमा कहते हैं ना, कभी कभी वो हो जाता है, वो हो गया. पर वर्किंग विद सौमित्र that was very special. He just he used to just sit around, chat with people. कभी ऐसे लगा नहीं कि ये सौमित्र चैटर्जी हैं. वो सबके साथ अच्छे से बात करते थे. और जब कैमरा ऑन होता था तो इतने आसानी से वो जो भी करते ना, वो मतलब he would do even the simplest thing with so much ease and beauty. I would just be watching him. लगता ही नहीं था कि वो एक्ट कर रहे हैं कैमरा ऑन होते ही.
Bengali film, did you ever think that you'll become a national pan-Indian heroine and actress? What?
I didn't think anything. I was happy. I'll tell you, I have a picture of my cousin who climbed up my father's brother's son. He climbed up and took a picture with the poster of Bhaloteko. Because हमको पता नहीं था कि इसके बाद क्या होगा. Will I get another chance to do a movie? बड़े पर्दे पर क्या, will I see myself again? So we had all come together and it was so special. I was just happy. आप तृप्त की बात कर रही थी ना, उसी में मैं खुश थी. पर भगवान ने बार बार वो खुशी मुझे दी है, जिसके लिए मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ.
যা আছে 10%. নমস্কার, আমি অর্ণব, ভবানীপুর ফিল্ম সোসাইটির সাধারণ সম্পাদক. এই বছর আমাদের আন্তর্জাতিক চলচ্চিত্র উৎসব 30তম বর্ষ. আমাদের স্টল বাংলা একাডেমির উল্টো দিকে হয়েছে, স্টল নাম্বার 3. এখানে আমাদের চলচ্চিত্র সংক্রান্ত প্রচুর বই বিক্রি হচ্ছে এবং অনেক দর্শক আসছেন সিনেমা দেখতে, তার ফাঁকে ঘুরে যাচ্ছে. হ্যাঁ, এবং ভালোই বিক্রি হচ্ছে এখানে. এই যে বইগুলো এসছে এবং বিভিন্ন পাবলিকেশনে অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স অনেক রকম সিনেমার বই, অনেক লেখকের বই একসাথে পাবেন. ঋত্বিক, মৃণাল, সত্যজিৎ, তপন সিনহার এবার 100 বছর, তার উপর বিশেষ সংখ্যা আছে. কিছু ভালো ভালো লেখকের কিছু বিদেশের ওপর বই আছে, আফ্রিকার ওপর বই আছে, ল্যাটিন আমেরিকার ওপর বই আছে, ছোটো ছোটো সিনেমায় বাংলায় লেখা বই আছে. আপনি আসবেন, আপনারা এখানে দেখতে পাবেন. থ্যাংক ইউ.
বন্ধুরা দেখলেন 30তম কিফ, ক্যামেরায় ছিল সঞ্জয় দা, আর আরও কিছু যদি ছোটো ছোটো বাইক থাকে সেটা দেখতে পারবেন। চোখ রাখুন বঙ্গভোজ প্রাইমে। আমি প্রবেশ, আজকের জন্য সাইনিং অফ ফর নাও। চলো।